We at Arena are super excited about the game finally coming to, being able in the hands of the players at last. These last couple weeks to a couple months have just been about polishing the game and getting it to meet our standard of quality, so that when players get in there, they have a good, fun experience, a very social experience, easy to group up, easy to play the game, and not run into any kind of server problems or whatever. So we got a ton of player feedback during each major milestone, each of the beta weekend events that we've done, and it's been extremely helpful for us because some things we overlooked, we weren't really prepared for some of the reactions we got, but at the same time it allows us to evaluate the systems we put in place. So new to this upcoming beta weekend, and then obviously for launch, is the Asura and the Sylvari. We unlocked the level 1 to 20 experience for both races. The Asura are very fun, very comical. They've got a lot of personality in their animations. And at the same time, they're also, a little derogatory to each other and to the lower races in their mind. The Sylvari are a much more new, curiosity-driven experience. It's a brand new race to TRA. They've only been around for about 25 years, so it's a much more. They try and be a little more noble, but at the same time, like, they're trying to explore and figure out what their impact on the world is going to be. Now we have kind of the full world is there, so all 5 of the races are playable. We're adding additional things like Vistas just showed up for this beta weekend event, kind of new things for people to go and explore and see. We're adding activities into the game, so in Holbrook, in the Norn capital city, Keg Brawl is going to be active, and so players need a chance to check that out. So one of the big things we always tried to do from the very beginning of Guild Wars 2 is that we wanted to evaluate where the genre was, where we were taking it. We saw things we liked. We kept those. We kept a lot of the things that we liked from Guild Wars 1, the story, instance technology, and being able to build a really robust system, a robust patch that allows us to roll out, updates to players really easy and seamlessly. But at the same time, we wanted to expand all that. We wanted to make it a very social experience. We wanted players really easily to be able to play together. We took out kill stealing. We wanted to make it so it was really easy. Like, when you saw somebody, you were excited about it. It wasn't oh man, there's somebody else in this area, maybe I'll come back in 5-10 minutes. But we also wanted to give players choice. So we wanted to let players play the game the way they wanted to. So they can go, we've got stuff in there for the explorers. We've got people, stuff in there for the people who really like combat. We've got stuff for the dedicated hardcore PvP people with the structured PvP. We've got the mix with world versus world. There's just so much in this game. So one of the things that we did with combat was we made it so there was no party-based mechanics. It became area-based. So, there are still some heal-based spells, like the Elementalist has a healing rain ability that they can drop down, but it's anybody who walks into that now gets the benefit of that. They have an AoE regeneration ability when they're like in water attunement as well. So there's a lot of things that are about helping everyone. So there is synergy between the classes. You also have the cross-profession combos where the thief can drop down a poison AoE circle on the ground, and anyone who's shooting projectiles through it will pick up the poison effect and hit enemies with it. So the synergy is still there. The customization is really where it comes into how you break down the Trinity. Since everybody has a self-heal, you can be a little more self-reliant. You don't need to wait for somebody to heal you in order to go on. And then the other really big aspect of it is that we give you the ability to customize your bar based on traits, the skills, utility skills, even which elite you're bringing to the battlefield is going to make a difference, and then your choice of weapon selection. Most of the professions have 2 sets of weapons that they can wield at the same time. So if you're going in with a guardian who's got a shield mace combo, they're probably going to be a little more defensive than if they're running with a 2-handed staff. So giving them the ability to switch in combat on the fly can dictate, okay, right now we need to be a little more supportive, maybe take a couple extra hits from, the charging monsters, but then as we get things more under control, switch to DPS, end the fight, and move on. We have a really talented systems design team led by Isaiah Cartwright. He spent years, balancing Guild Wars 1, and so they already had a strong understanding of what the game needed to be, and they're really trying to push the idea that this, Guild Wars 2 actually could be potentially as an esport. So they're really looking at balance. They're really looking at making sure that, like I was mentioning, the class synergy is there, because then you start having interesting dynamics, especially with all the conquest maps, the structured PvP maps that we've shown. There's very interesting strategies that develop based on, what map you're playing, what professions you brought, and there's a little bit of time you can swap things up, but it gets really interesting in those dynamics. Right away, we're going to be moving into having a live team that's going to go in there, continually add events to the world to make it a unique experience every time you walk into, say, like Queensdale. Maybe the bandits aren't going to be burning the fields anymore. There's going to be something else that takes its place, or in addition to what's going on. We're almost there. The end is in sight, so we're really excited about getting one last group of major feedback from players. Finish out the polish, and then just get this game on the shelves. I just want to thank all the fans, all the players. It's been a tremendous experience these last couple months, really getting the game just right for you guys. I really can't wait to have this game on the shelves and being able to play side by side again. So the game launches on August 28th, but if you pre-purchase the game, you can get in on the 25th.